Hello watch fans, it's Anders here on Watch On channel. Today a new enhanced version of a video I did 1 year ago that was a compilation, a walkthrough of, in my opinion, the 10 best entry-level luxury dive watches that you can buy. I got a lot of comments, a lot of views, more than 100,000 views, and now I think it's time to actually revamp this top 10 because some new cool dive watches in the entry-level luxury department has gotten into the market, so it's time to look into the 10 best entry-level luxury dive watches. And let's just clarify what entry-level luxury is defined as, in my opinion, and in this video, because with the other video some people got a little agitated in the comments saying that it's not okay to call the Hydro Conquest from Longshin a entry-level watch, and that's not what I'm calling it. I'm calling it an entry-level luxury watch. So remember the luxury part. This is in no particular order. This is just 10 really good options, and it must be at most $2,000 in price. So let's start. And this is the NORQAIN Adventure Sport. This is priced between $2,000 and $2,500. You can find it at around $2,000. NORQAIN is a newer brand established in 2018 by some veterans with associations to Breitling, for example, in the Swiss watch industry. So it's not a completely young brand in that sense. It is a young brand, but the people behind, they are very experienced. I recently reviewed the 40mm NEVEREST two-tone with the in-house movement, the in-house kinesi/Tudor movement. And I do firmly believe, just like I said in that video, that NORQAIN will become a quite big and successful brand. They are in stiff competition with the likes of Tudor and Omega because of the price point. A little lower than Tudor and Omega still, but I think that they have a lot of quality, and especially quality in the design, to bring to the table. So the Adventure Sport is their 100-meter water-resistant dive watch, and it comes in several different colors. And it comes with the choice of bracelet, fabric or rubber strap. I think this is what we can call the basic entry level into NORQAIN, and this is the 42mm diver, which is powered by the Sellita SW200. This is a movement we're going to get acquainted to during this video, during this run through of top 10 entry level luxury dive watches, because it is the go-to movement for a lot of brands. I can definitely testify to the quality of the case, the design and the finish. Have a look at Chrono24 and online web shops. I actually personally just bought a NORQAIN watch, not the dive watch, another kind of field style watch, and it was a really great offer at around $1,100. So if you look around Chrono24, eBay web shops, you can definitely find one of these cool NORQAIN watches at less than $2,000. I know 100 meters of water resistance is on the low side for a diver, but it does have a dive watch bezel, and in most situations, just to be completely honest, 100 meters of water resistance is perfectly fine. So let's move on to another very sporty brand, but a much bigger brand than NORQAIN, and a brand with a long history. This is the TAG Heuer Aqueous. I can't really overlook this watch because it's such an extensive lineup of dive watches from TAG Heuer, and it's also a watch that you have the possibility to find both in new and pre-owned shape at a really good price. I know this brand might have a bad reputation for some people, but take it from me, I have owned the TAG Heuer Aqueous, the white version, the caliber 5 in 41mm size for many years, and I have really given that watch a beating, a run through. I have been diving, I've been to the desert, I've been climbing, I've been doing everything with that watch, and it just keeps on ticking and it still looks great. And I think that's the best way to actually judge a watch. Give it a run for its money, give it hell, and if it still keeps up, it's a quality watch. I would definitely recommend an automatic Aqueous no older than 2017, and then you can look into if you want it in 40, 41, 42 or 43 millimeters. I would definitely also, although I have my own personal example on the rubber strap, go for the bracelet, because I actually think that TAG Heuer, they do a really good job on the bracelets. These are priced between $2,000 and $1,100. I found really nice pre-owned examples on Chrono 24 at around $1,100 but look maybe at $1,500 or $1,600. You get a very modern, unique design. This is very much a Tag Heuer design. It's not kind of an Omega or Blancpain or Rolex ripoff. It is their own design. 300 meters of water resistance. Of course, again, the older versions, they're powered by the ETA 2824-2. Newer versions are, of course, powered by, yes, you guessed it, the Sellita SW200 movement. So let's move on to another brand, and this is a brand that kind of for once disrupted the watch industry, and this is the Christopher Ward C60 Sapphire. I saw it on their website at a price between $1,200 and $1,300, and I think that's kind of a steal. You can even get some really good discount codes at around $150, and then you pay just maybe $1,100 for this watch. And I think that Christopher Ward, the British brand, is definitely one of the very best options as an entry-level luxury brand. They have a lot of different watches, a lot of different collections. They do dress watches, pilot's watches, and they are really strong within the Divewatch collection. They are a online watch seller, a watch manufacturer or online brand, and not a brick and mortar brand. And this of course saves them a lot of money, and that means they can actually offer some really nice value propositions at less money than some of the bigger brands. My pick is the C60 Sapphire because I really like the cool and the fresh design. I really like that they made this see-through blue sapphire dial where you can actually see the movement. The blue version just looks really nice. I think blue is a super nice color for a dive watch. And again, it is the Sellita SW200, but you get 600 meters of water resistance. That's very impressive at this price point. At this price point, and maybe up towards $4,000, you can't really beat Christopher Ward's bracelets, and the clasps, they are top quality. So let's move from the Great British Islands into Germany. And this is kind of a funny finding for me. This is the Laco Amazonas, which is priced brand new from their website at $1,100. Laco is a very utilitarian and very conservative old school pilot's watch brand. They are one of the 4 big pilot's watch brands from the First and the Second World War, especially the Second World War. But they actually also just have a little bit of a party at Laco, not always making these very conservative pilot's watches, because they actually made the Amazonas. And this is a more colorful and funny dive watch. Nothing I would ever actually associate to Laco, but they did it. And when I was browsing around the internet, as the watch addict I am, I just casually found this Amazonas watch on some website. This is a 42mm 300 meter water resistant dive watch. It looks like a really nice quality watch. Inside they actually use an elaborate grade Sellita SW200 movement, which has 38 hours of power reserve. You can pick different upgrades on the website, but if you choose the basic version on a bracelet, it's only $1,100, and I think that's a really nice price for a watch from one of these legendary German brands, and what you actually get, because Laco, Stova and all of these German brands, they are known for having attention to detail. So from Germany to Switzerland, and this is a true legendary dive watch brand. This is of course Doxa, and I'm focusing on the new late 2021 release, the Doxa Sub 600T, which is priced at around $1,500. Just from the stats, when you look at the website, the Doxa Sub 600T, it doesn't really look like an entry-level luxury dive watch at $1,500 at least. And it certainly isn't a very versatile watch. It is a very distinct tool dive watch, very brutal, very masculine. But I did buy this watch, and you can see it in my full review, linked down in the description up in the right hand corner. This is a watch with a lot of attention to the small details, and it is always the small details that actually shows that a watch is luxury or entry-level luxury, and not just a basic entry-level watch. And I think Doxa really managed to be looking into all the little details which are so extremely important to actually make a watch that can be classified as entry-level luxury. It is of course the Sellita SW200 movement again, but they must simply be actually working and regulating these movements, because it's very accurate, my personal example, and the amplitude, which is just telling you that the movement is very healthy, it's very well looked after, it's very well lubricated and regulated, is just perfect on this watch. Also the rubber strap, which I chose, and the clasp is absolutely excellent, top quality, really well made, and even the case finish is of a high standard with polished chamferings and really nice brushing. So I think at around $1,500 this is a really good pick if you want a tough tool watch diver. You can choose between more than 20 different options. You can choose, for example, between stainless steel bezel and ceramic bezel, strap, for example, if you want a rubber strap or you want the bracelet, different colors, a lot of different colors. If you think this becomes a little too much in the tool watch department because it is more than 14 millimeters thick, this 40 millimeter watch, you can look for the Doxa Sub 200, which is a more kind of casual everyday watch, which is also less expensive than this one. That's just around $1,100–1,200. So the Doxa Sub 200 is really nice. Oh, and did I mention that the Doxa Sub 600T actually has a water resistance of 600 meters. So from the legendary Doxa brand, back to Germany and Stova. Stova is, like Laco, one of the big pilot watch brands. They are big competitors to Laco, but they're just a tier above Laco in many ways. And they have a watch called the Pro Diver, which is priced at around $1,700, so a little more expensive. But this is also, just like the Doxa Sub 600T, a really tooly dive watch. It's big, it's very water resistant, and it's basically a tool. So if you're looking for a really big masculine tooly dive watch and the Doxa isn't to your liking, you can look into the Stova Pro Diver. So it's very substantial, it has a distinct look and design, and it has a water resistance of 1000 meters. So this is a really big boy, a true professional dive watch, and it's 15.6 millimeters thick, but only 42 millimeters in diameter. So it's definitely for people who want a big substantial dive watch. If you want an everyday kind of versatile entry-level luxury dive watch, this is definitely not for you. It is of course powered by the Sellita SW200, and it comes on a nice rubber strap with a deploying clasp. They even use some kind of hand labor on finishing the case back, and it might be worthwhile looking into this watch at $1,700. So from Germany to Switzerland, the Longshin Hydro Conquest. This is at retail priced at around $2,000. You can easily find it on Chrono24 at around $1,600. I did own and I did review and I did mention the Hydro Conquest ceramic, the 41mm version on the bracelet in blue. I can definitely testify to this being a really good entry-level luxury dive watch. You get a lot of the things you want when you move into higher-end watches with the Longshin Hydro Conquest. But I actually looked into one of the new iterations that they made with this watch, and they actually introduced in 2021 two-tone versions of this watch. They PVD treat the bezel, the crown, and if you get it on a bracelet, also the center links with either rose gold or yellow gold to give you this two-tone look. It's real gold. It's better than gold plating as far as I know, because the PVD won't peel off as easy. So you can get a really nice two-tone dive watch either on bracelet or on rubber strap. I opt for the bracelet version. And getting this at less than $2,000 when you look into the quality of the watch, ceramic bezel insert, great loom, their own design, basically an in-house movement with the L888 movement, which is now upgraded to have 72 hours of power reserve. I think this is a really good option. My personal preference would either be the gray version on bracelet with yellow gold, or actually getting the green version on bracelet with yellow gold. They look amazing, but you can also get blue and black if that's more to your liking. It has 300 meters of water resistance, and it definitely has the water resistance and the technical specifications to also be a tough dive watch. So let's stay in Switzerland but move towards Holstein, close to the German border, and of course Oris. It's impossible to not mention Oris when you're talking about entry-level luxury watches, and especially entry-level luxury dive watches. And my pick is of course the Oris Divers 65, which is priced between $1,500 and $2,000. At retail you would pay around $2,000, but look at Chrono24 or on eBay or on different web shops, you can definitely find them at better prices. Just like with the Longshin, they actually did some new iterations of this watch. You can get it in 40 or 42 millimeter versions. I was actually looking at the version on the rubber strap in 40 millimeter, the date version in black with the bronze bezel. That looks amazing. I actually owned this watch before. I sold it because it really couldn't compete with the Tudor Black Bay 58. When I was picking my watches in the morning, which watch I'm going to wear on my wrist, it was definitely hard to beat the Tudor Black Bay 58 for the Oris Diver 65, but I can definitely testify to this being a super nice watch. It wears perfectly. They did something amazing with the case design. It's so comfortable to wear in 40 millimeters. And when you get the version with the bronze bezel, it just gives it a really cool, kind of classy look. It is only water resistant. It is only water resistant to 100 meters, so just like the NORQAIN, it is definitely on the lower side when you're talking about dive watches, but for everyday use and even swimming in the pool or going to the beach or just have some surface skin diving, it's perfect with the 100 meters of water resistance. The bracelets are really good from Oris. I can also testify to this owning an AQUIS, but I would definitely get it on the Tropic rubber strap. They make amazing Tropic rubber straps. And I even did see one pre-owned that was the silver gray dial on Chrono24 for less than $1,000. So have a look around. This is a great modern watch, the Sellita SW200 movement, but built and designed like a vintage dive watch. And let's stay with Oris, because just like the Oris Diver 65, you can't overlook the Oris AQUIS date at around $1,800. I do own the 41.5 millimeter caliber 400 version in green, the Hulk, the Oris AQUIS date Hulk. This is more expensive at around $3,000 because it has the in-house movement with 5 days of power reserve. But if you buy the version with the Sellita SW200, you can pay approximately half of that price, maybe around $1,700-$1,800 brand new. But you can also find these watches pre-owned on Chrono24 for less than $1,000. These are older examples, and usually they're with the aluminum bezel insert and not the ceramic bezel insert. I'm going for the 40 millimeter version, maybe the 41.5 millimeter version. I would probably go for the cherry red dial, which I did review. You can find the link down in the description up in the right hand corner. That watch with the kind of Rolex Yachtmaster-esque bezel was just amazing. Just remember, you get the completely same watch you do as when you buy the $3,000 expensive caliber 400 premium version of this watch. Only difference is the movement. You don't get the caliber 400, you get the Sellita SW200, but you get exactly the same bracelet, clasp, quality, lume, and the amazing sunburst dials of Oris. They make some amazing sunburst dials. And with 300 meters of water resistance and amazing crown action, this is a really good choice to get into entry-level luxury Swiss or German or French dive watches. So the last choice is actually going back to Germany, and this is a Swatch Group owned brand. This is the Mueller Glashütte Pro Mare at around $1,800, and I picked this one because it's kind of different to all the others. It has all the typical dive watch features: rotating bezel, 300 meters of water resistance, all of that powered by the Sellita SW200. It comes on a really nice rubber strap, but the design and the look of this watch is very much its own. It's kind of very restrained. A lot of dive watches are very expressive, a lot of colors, a lot of writing on the dial, some really big features that you can definitely not overlook. But with this 42mm watch, I think you definitely get a more toned down dive watch. It has all the features you want with a professional dive watch, entry-level luxury dive watch, but it's definitely a versatile watch and more of a clean look. When you look at the dial, you see it's kind of this toned down, restrained German design, and I really like that. I like the blue colors. I like how they played with the light blue and the dark blue. I think it looks really great. They even color match the date wheel. So I definitely think that this is a really cool and original choice if you're looking for an entry-level luxury dive watch. So this was the top 10. I would really like to know which choices you would pick. Did I miss something? Did I miss some of these watches at around less than 2,000 or less than 2,000 US dollars that you would pick for an entry-level luxury dive watch? Please write them down in the comments. I'm really interested in your picks, and maybe some of your picks can get in the next video on the next list. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and share it on the forums on Facebook and places like that. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next videos. I will see you very soon. Thank you. Bye.